For Demi Lovato, 2020 started with a bang with the Super Bowl the Grammys, and the release of a chart-topping single, I Love Me.
And then all of a sudden, the pandemic hits. What were those first few weeks like for you?
The first few weeks were actually a little confusing because I was so prepared to, start my quote-unquote comeback, release music that I hadn't released in years, and talk about things that I wanted to talk about for so long.
Lovato had spent over a year out of the spotlight on the road to recovery after a near-fatal overdose in 2018.
You've always been an outspoken advocate for mental health and awareness and fighting against the stigma. Where do you think that comes from? Have you felt ashamed about your illness?
Not necessarily ashamed, but maybe just a little embarrassed that I've gone through some of the things or made some of the choices that I've made. And I think that's natural for anybody that's, made mistakes in their mental illnesses. But I also know that a part of getting rid of the stigma is spreading the awareness and talking about it, which is why it's so important that I am sharing these conversations and taking this next step with Talkspace.
This morning, Lovato announcing she is now working as a paid spokesperson for Talkspace, an online therapy platform that connects people with licensed therapists from the privacy of your device and comfort of your home.
Have you had a particularly tough moment, tough day, tough week during this pandemic?
I think everybody has. I don't think that anybody can say that they've had a breezy time. I mean, I got engaged. Things have been going great in my personal life, but I still have had difficult times because that's the reality of life.
One thing the singer is certain of, her whirlwind romance and engagement this summer to actor Max Eric.
There's never been a more perfect person to step foot into my life, but such the perfect timing too as well.
You turned 28 a couple of weeks ago, and one of the ways you wanted to mark the occasion was launching a campaign to demand justice for Breonna Taylor.
We've entered a year where it's been very clear that silence equals violence, and we can no longer stay silent. What's important to me is seeking justice in our society for everyone who's oppressed. I want to use my platform for something much bigger than just singing.
I do want to talk a little bit about your music, though. Anything you can tell us about the new album, when it's coming out?
I wish I had this secret date. I just genuinely don't know when it's going to be done.
For people who may be watching who are really struggling with depression or anxiety or some kind of substance abuse, what is your advice to them?
You are absolutely not alone right now. There are so many people more than ever before that are feeling exactly what you're feeling. When you are struggling, sometimes you tend to seek out permanent solutions for temporary problems, but those have lasting impacts that make a ripple effect in so many people's lives. And there are people there that love you and care about you and that will answer the phone if you call. And if they're not there for you, put on my music and I'll be there.